guys? Welcome to Extreme Daily Drivers, where we were always balling on a budget and wrenching in our garage. As you may have noticed, this is the third week in a row that we're actually going to work on the XB. So, just mark it down on your calendar. Mondays are for XBs. If you like XB content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you never miss an upload. And to kick things off, man, we are going to space out our fenders today because since I've been running this setup on the XB, I've been having nothing but issues. So the specific setup that I got on here are some kind of custom wheels. Previous owner went ahead and banded these steelies, added another like maybe 2.5 inches onto it. So really this is kind of like a 15 by 8, maybe a plus 13 setup. And I have on here some 205 50-15s. I really love the look of this setup as far as how the tire fits the wheel. However, we are hitting our fenders on the reg, man. As you can see, there's some small little gashes in the tire where it's constantly hitting the fender. And so today we're going to try to address this by pulling the fender lip out and preventing this from happening. Alright, so let me see if I can give you guys an idea of what I'm dealing with here. Found a pretty bumpy road for whatever reason. The car doesn't want to scrape today on the fenders, but we should get some good scraping on this road. Fingers crossed. Here we go. There it is. Oh, some more. So like a lot of stuff that I do to my car, I've actually never done this before. I read some stuff online. These cars have been around since 2004, so basically every single thing you can imagine has been done to them already. But I found some old threads on clubxb.com, and I'm going to go ahead and see if we can extend this out maybe 1/2 inch and give ourselves some clearance, and shouldn't even cost any money. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood and start taking some stuff apart. Alright, so front bumper's off. Mine may be a little bit easier to take off than yours. It's been on and off this car a bazillion times. So anyway, it comes off pretty easy because most of the stuff's broken. But yeah, what we are after are this guy here on each side. So we got one here, and we have one here. So what we want to do is we want to back this screw out and put a spacer in there that's going to move this fender out. And it's supposed to be just that simple, so let's see if it works. Alright, so you can see with just me pulling on it, it is moving the fender out. Is that going to be enough to clear my tire? I don't know. Many of you, I'm sure, don't know, but I used to own my own business and I used to mount a ton of televisions. So as a result, whenever you get a mounting kit for a television, it comes with a bunch of universal parts. And I used to always save them because I never know if I'm going to need them on the next job. So what I have here is a container filled with basically leftover parts to mount TVs. But those TV mounts come with plastic spacers. So I got a million in here. Pop this open. Check this out. So here you can see all the leftover spacers I have. They come in a whole bunch of different sizes, and they're made out of pretty strong plastic. And if they're the wrong size, well, with a saw, I could quickly make it the size that I want. So we're going to find one in here that's going to work for us, and go ahead and install it and see if it changes anything. Alright, so I quickly found 2 spacers that I think will work for me. I'm going to need one on each side of the fender to prevent this scraping from going on. So these guys, I don't know, looks like almost 1/4 inch to me, and I think that's all I need. And this is a good starting point. If I need bigger ones, we could always move on to something crazy like this. But I think to start, this will do just fine. So this is kind of the little self-tapper that is on your car right now, and obviously if we add this spacer, that's not going to be nearly enough thread. So we're going to need to find something a little bit longer than this, which shouldn't be too hard because I have all of this to choose from. I mean, even something like this looks like it would be kind of a perfect match. Let's see if that'll work. Alright, I slid the spacer on and that looks like that might work. There's still not a ton of thread left over on the back end of this. I could go with something a little bit longer, but I think we'll try this first and see how well it works. So I have an oversized flathead screwdriver wedged in between the fender and the mounting point here, and you can see I'm wiggling it and you can see how much room it's actually giving us. So I'm going to use this screwdriver to spread apart the fender and this bottom mounting bracket and see if I can slide in that plastic spacer. Okay, with a little persuasion, I was able to get that guy in there. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's black, it's a little bit dark over here. But I should be able to slide my bolt through, and I think I just created a ton of clearance between my fender and my tire. Now let's see if this bolt goes through and actually bites. And it doesn't. Alright, so this guy's too short. We'll have to come up with something a little bit better. So as luck would have it, I have two of these guys. They barely look like they're ever used. I don't know why I have them, but they are a really good match for the stock bolt. And the way you find out whether or not you have the same thread pitch is you line the threads up and they should fit together perfectly. You shouldn't be able to slide them apart. It's really hard for me to do here in one hand, but if those threads interlock with each other and do not slide up and down, then you got the right thread pitch. So I got that bolt mounted up, went in perfectly, everything's nice and snug, and it looks like I created a ton of room for myself. I don't think I'm going to be hitting here anymore. So now I'm just going to go over to the other side of the car and repeat the exact same thing. Alright, this side's good. This side's good. I think it turned out great. So now we got to figure out if this bumper is actually going to attach back to the car and look right. Alright, so I don't know about you, but man, that one on easy, huh? And it all lines up. I guess either we didn't make that much of a difference, or the front end of this car is incredibly forgiving. I know we made a difference because I could see it when I was moving the fender. So I guess the only way to really know is to put this all back together again. Man, there seems to be a ton of room in there now. But anyway, we're going to put this all back together again, take it for a drive, and see if we're still rubbing. Alright guys, I think we did it. No scraping, no rubbing. Car ride's great. I can go lock to lock, still no issues with tire and fender. So super happy the way this turned out. Couldn't have been easier, to be honest with you. And it didn't cost anything. I had everything I needed at home. So what do you guys think? Go ahead and comment below. I think it turned out awesome. I mean, just by visually looking at it, you can't tell that there really wasn't much of a difference done to the car, but I can tell you I am not scraping anymore, and that is awesome. So don't forget guys, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that bell, make sure you're subscribed. As a little bit of a teaser for Wednesday's Review Wednesday video, I'm actually going to be reviewing the Inno roof rack that's been on this car for 3 to 4 years. So if you're interested in getting yourself a roof rack for your XB, make sure you don't miss out on that video. Again, that's going to be on Wednesday. Also too, hopefully next Monday, we will be doing a coilover installation video for this car. Fingers crossed, I'm not 100% sure it's going to be that Monday or the following Monday, but I got something in the works. So if you're excited about that, make sure you subscribe. But anyway guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Later.